Hi, everybody. It's been a long time, huh? Yeah, I've missed you guys. I haven't done a video for like 2 months. How are you? Are you good? Yeah? No? Scooter, I haven't forgotten about you. I will be doing the Scooter video soon. Uh, but today, I just want to tell you about a little story. So stick around for that. Hi. Okay, so um, this is a story about my first grade teacher, Mrs. Robinson. Now, Mrs. Robinson was a very uh, large, heavy-set, stern woman. Okay, uh, she scared the hell out of me, actually. And it seemed that now everything I'm about to say in this video is purely subjective. This is my point of view. This is my opinion. Okay? All right. Enough with the disclaimers. So, Mrs. Robinson, it seemed that Mrs. Robinson did not like most of the boys in the class. It seemed like she was nicer to all the girls in the class. She treated the girls with more respect, with more nurturing, but with us boys, I don't know, it was weird. Okay, so here I am in first grade. I'm 6 years old, okay? Mrs. Robinson, this is like the first week of class, wrote on the chalkboard, "My teacher's name is Mrs. Robinson." And she wanted us to write down that sentence on a piece of paper and copy it letter for letter. Because in first grade, you're learning your ABCs, you're learning how to read, you're learning how to write, right? So I have my piece of paper and my pencil, and I'm copying. My teacher's name is Mrs. Robinson. So I'm like, okay, and I'm writing these letters down that I see on the chalkboard on a piece of paper on my desk. And Mrs. Robinson starts coming and walking up and down the aisles of the classroom. And she gets to me and sees that I'm writing. And as she's I can't believe I'm telling you guys this story. As she's walking up and down the aisles of the classroom, she's carrying a ruler. Hold on. She's carrying a ruler. Okay. Here's my famous spatula. Pretend this is a ruler. Okay. And how do we know this isn't a ruler? Who determined that this is actually called a spatula? Right? Who says this is a spatula? Who decided that this is called a spatula? I want names. I want phone numbers. That's another video. Anyway, Mrs. Robinson, she's coming up and down the aisles, looking at our writing and seeing how we're progressing, copying the sentence down onto a piece of paper. And she comes to my desk and sees me writing. I'm left-handed. And she stops, takes my pencil out of my left hand, and grabs my right hand and puts the pencil into my right hand, and then takes the ruler and smacks my left hand and says to me, "Don't write with your left hand, it's evil." I'm 6 years old, okay? I'm like, I started to tear up. So, okay, so now I'm copying, my teacher's name is Mrs. Robinson, and I'm copying this now with my right hand because she won't let me write with my left hand. My last name is Mailing, okay? The kid sitting behind me was my cousin Tammy Mailing, and then sitting behind her was Gary Nowak, one of my friends from school, okay? Gary was also left-handed. And when Mrs. Robinson got to Gary's desk, she did the same thing to him that she did to me. She saw that Gary was writing with his right hand or with his left hand. She took the pencil out of his hand, forced it into his right hand, said, "Don't write with your left hand, it's evil," and then smacked his hand with the ruler. This went on my entire first grade career, for lack of a better word. I was forced in first grade to write with my right hand, even though I'm left-handed. And Gary had to do the same thing. Although Gary would continue to write with his left hand, even though he knew he would probably get smacked on the hand for it. I was so terrified of this woman that I just started writing with my right hand. I stopped writing with my left hand. And that continued into second grade. By the time I got into second grade, I was so traumatized by what happened to me in first grade. I was so afraid that the teacher was going to come over to my desk and start yelling at me for writing with my left hand that at the beginning of second grade, I just started using my right hand. Why am I telling you this? Who determined that being left-handed is evil? Evil. Who decided that? Anybody? I don't see any hands raising. Some people would say that it's probably biblical, that it came from the Bible, that there's a passage in the Bible that was misinterpreted as left-handedness being evil. There's, of course, nothing in the Bible that says being left-handed is evil, but people could interpret it that way. So my lovely, caring, nurturing first grade teacher, Mrs. Robinson, was from a generation that being left-handed was looked down upon. And I carried that with me every single year when I was in school. I continued to write with my right hand all the way until I got to college. My freshman year at Westminster, I'm sitting in Mark Jones' Psychology 101 class. You know, the teacher, the professor that I admired and adored and revered and wanted to be like. And it was in his class, my freshman year at Westminster. I'm sitting there and I'm taking notes with my right hand. And we were talking about Sigmund Freud and how he snorted so much cocaine. And Mark Jones started talking about his drug use and life. And then I started thinking about Mrs. Robinson. I don't know why. And I thought, why am I writing with my right hand? And so in that class, I took the pencil out of my right hand and I started taking notes with my left hand at 17 years old. And for the rest of Westminster College, I wrote with my left hand. I continued to do everything else with my left hand. I ate with my left hand. I bowled with my left hand. Other things with my left hand. Anyway, what's the purpose of this video? I'm not really sure. It's just, if somebody tells you that you can't do something, who says? Who says? Who says that being left-handed is bad or evil? I could go on and on with all different kinds of examples. Ultimately, you have to decide for yourself. Does it really matter if somebody's left-handed? Does it make them a bad person if they're left-handed? Why are people born left-handed? It's biology, right? Does anybody choose to be left-handed? Did I choose to be left-handed? No. Did you know that in my entire family, on both sides, my mom's side of the family and my dad's side of the family, which is like 3 times the size of my mom's side of the family, I am the only left-handed person in my entire family of grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. I was born left-handed, and I was forced to use my right hand by Mrs. Robinson. That bitch. I was so sensitive as a kid. I was so terrified. You have to decide. You have to decide for yourself what's right and what's wrong in life, right? Okay, that's it. That's my video. I'm going to take my ruler and go get a snack. Yes, my ruler. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye, everybody. Hello. Where in the heck have you been? I haven't seen you guys in 2 months. Are you good? Everything good? Are you okay? Yeah? No? This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Where's my eyeline? Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah, I've missed you. I've been busy. Okay, I want their names and I want their phone numbers because I'm going to call somebody. So, anyway, the purpose of this video is to tell you a little story and to hopefully broaden your horizons. Or not, whatever. Hopefully this will just be entertaining for you. Okay, go ahead and roll the credits.